Hello, episode 7. So I've looked at a whole different range of knots now for all sorts of different jobs. As it's the weekend, it's going to be a nice simple one today. What we're going to do is learn not so much a knot in itself as a technique which can make the knots we've already looked at and learned more useful and versatile. So whether you're aware of it or not, I guarantee you already know how to use a slip in a knot, because in fact you do it most days when you're tying your shoes. When you tie your shoes, what you're actually doing there is basically a granny knot with a slip, which means that you can release it quickly, and all slips work in exactly the same way, which is that in the very, very last stage of a knot, rather than passing the end through and making it fast, instead we double the end over and pass a bight through, a small loop of rope like that, and tuck that through, leaving the loose end sticking out, which means that when you pull the loose end, the bight comes through and the knot comes apart. If you imagine a shoelace done up, it's exactly the same principle. So to show you what I mean, I'll put a slip in a figure of 8 stopper knot like we learned in episode 1. So tie the knot just as I showed you before, so crossing the loose end over the standing part, going round the back. And in episode 1, when we tied the normal figure of 8 stopper, we just popped the loose end down through that hole and fastened it all up to make the figure of 8. But this time what I'm going to do is, instead of passing a loose end through that bottom loop, I'm going to make a little tuck in it and put the tuck, the bight, through there, leaving the loose end on the top here. If we fasten all of that up, what you have is your figure of 8 stopper there, but with the slip, which means that this still won't lock up and become hard to untie if it's put under pressure running through a ring or an eyelet. That'll still do the job just fine, but if we needed to release it quickly, like a shoelace, just pull on the loose end and everything comes undone. You could also put slips in clove hitches, bowlines, reef knots, and even the round turn and 2 half hitches, although that does sort of miss the point of the knot. See how you get on with all of those, and I'll see you next time.